6:06. This is pretty cool. Pieces of history dating back to colonial times discovered right here in Baltimore.
Those were people living here for hundreds and hundreds of years. Archaeologists and neighbors take a week of vacation piecing together these stories that have been lost for decades. ABC2's Cassie Carlisle went to the site and dug into what life was like back then. She's there at the site now live. Cassie, the earliest English settler there, apparently an indentured servant.
Yeah, his name was John Broad, and we're here at the site where they were actually finding some of his possessions. He emigrated from England back in 1670 and was freed 20 years later, back when Baltimore was really the frontier of America. And this is just one of the stories they're finding here at the dig site.
First, we started digging in random places.
In Herring Run Park, neighbors/archaeologists Jason Shellenhamer and Lisa Kraus looked for signs of history.
Over a 2-weekend period, we found about 7 different archaeological sites over about 4 hours.
They unearthed the earliest recorded archaeological site in Baltimore City and County. John Broad was the first English resident on the site. He came to America as an indentured servant in 1670, then bought land here in 1695. The same year, Annapolis was named the capital of Maryland.
We found 2 gun flints. This was for a rifle. We have another one that was used for a pistol. So we know that the Broads were actually well-armed people, which would make sense because this would be the frontier.
As they dug, more stories revealed. The biggest site, a 60 by 60 foot manor owned by a rich flour merchant named William Smith. Small discoveries now speaking volumes for those without a voice.
This site was also the home for up to about 3 or 4 dozen enslaved African-American men, women, and children. These are 2 pulleys for windows, a doll's foot, a ring, straight pins, hair pieces, some marbles, actually toy marbles.
A devastating house fire during a christening party in October 1865 sealed the contents for hundreds of years.
All of their artifacts, all their materials, their personal items, their dishes, their glassware, their furniture gets trapped in the house, and that's been left for us to find.
Providing a window back in time.
We are learning about the community with the community.
And giving them a roadmap to where they stand today.
Oh, no.
And what's incredible is this is all done by volunteers. You can see this hole that I'm in is actually twice as big as when I was last here on Friday. And this is also funded by donations as well as state funding. And because of their work, they won the Heritage Preservation Award this year, Christian and Ashley.
Wow.
She gonna be able to get out of there? I'm concerned about Cassie live in the hole today.
Let us know. We'll come get you. We'll come rescue you, Cassie.
Right.
All right, that was Cassie Carlisle reporting.
You can lift Cassie.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
And she was going to have more from that site coming up, so she's actually going to stay in there for a little bit longer.
We'll leave her